on the couch. I'm Maria Valiskatsis.
And I'm Kondai Vera, aka Project K, aka Dark Knight Villain, aka Baby Mama's best friend. Is that better?
So what are we talking about today?
Talking about going back to school in your old age.
Not an old age.
You are old, you must acknowledge it.
Old age. Although I have to tell you, so when I went to university, first time, there was this really elderly man that was in our class. So it's like a lower class. There's probably like 300 very young people and there's one 60-year-old Indian man. Okay, yeah, he was 60.
He was retired.
He was retired, and so we found out that he used to work in a factory.
Okay.
And they never really had money to send him to school and things like that when he was growing up, and he really wanted to become a lawyer. So when he retired, he used the money that he had to come to university to fulfill his dream, to study.
Did you ever practice?
I haven't really kept in touch with him, or I don't know what has happened, but he never really actually wanted to practice. He just wanted to fulfill his dream.
And did he do well?
I don't know. It's a big university.
He was in your class.
Excuse me.
I can count the people who graduated from my class.
Guy, when you're at university, you and it's your first time, like you're really young, you're the most conceited person. Like it's all about you. So like you see the person. Then
I wasn't that person.
Yeah.
I was like, I still talk to my friends from varsity.
Yeah, so the people that were in my clique I still speak to, but like if you weren't really part of my group.
Click.
Yeah.
Click. Okay, you don't know the song.
No, I don't. So yeah, so that was really, really inspiring. Not at the time because I was too young and too silly to give it a thought.
Were you gonna say stupid?
I was. But I mean, as you get older and you realize there's a lot of things that you wanted to do when you were young and you never had the opportunity for whatever reason.
So you're gonna tell people what you're studying again?
No, I'm not going to tell people what I'm studying. So
I don't mind telling people.
So I did go back to study.
Yeah.
And I study every year. You know this about me.
Yeah.
It's something that
She likes school.
I like school.
She doesn't want to grow up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Keeps me young in my brain. One of the things that I have, the biggest fear I have.
Yeah. It's becoming irrelevant.
Getting Alzheimer's, yeah.
Oh.
Like that is.
There's
scary.
a movie. We should review that movie.
What is it?
The Father. With what's his name, man? Clarice.
Oh, I love him, Anthony Hopkins.
Anthony Hopkins. He actually got an award for that.
Really? Okay. All right. Back to the topic.
Okay, so I decided I'm going to spend money and I'm going to do some courses on scoring. And here's why.
And for those that don't know, scoring is not scoring on girls.
It's making music for movies. So I have scored a film before. I've scored multiple films before. But there is a level that I want to get to that I couldn't get because I actually went to study sound engineering hoping I would become a composer.
Yeah.
And I like the jobs I would take were trying to lead me to that. And until we started doing what we're doing, that's only when the opportunities actually arose for me to do that. Also, the other thing is, we don't actually have that type of course in South Africa.
Yeah.
Nobody here. Actually, like, there's a few places in the world where you could learn sound engineering, but nobody actually did a composing course.
Yes.
Nobody ever actually made one until other composers started making online courses.
Okay.
And so I've been getting a newsletter from this other composer that I follow from YouTube and stuff, and there was like they have these weekly sketch competitions where you get an idea and a chord progression, which is like a bunch of notes put together, and you basically must interpret it in your own style. And I was starting to listen to some of the music these guys are making. I'm just like, dude, what is this?
Yeah.
This is like 10 years ahead of me, you know.
Yeah.
And then all of them were like, oh, it's because of this course. Because of this course. And I was just like, I need to go get this course.
Yeah.
So I went and signed up.
Can I say this?
Yeah.
The biggest investment you can make is investing in yourself.
Yeah.
Okay? Because a house is not an investment. And I'll tell you why. Because it's going to cost you money. All right? If you're going to live in this house, it's not an investment.
What is it then?
Is it making you money?
No.
Okay?
Oh, you mean in that? Okay, cool. No.
Okay. It's an asset.
Yes. But it's not an investment.
If you need the money and you need liquidity, you can sell it off. But you want asset or investments that are actually making you money. Okay? So if you buy a house and you're renting it out, that is making you money.
So here's the thing, right? Now that you mentioned it and you frame it in that way, I'm not necessarily doing it because I want to do more scoring work per se.
Oh no, you must do the course so I can actually get you to do more scoring work. Oh no, what are you talking about?
It's like I've always wanted to pursue this. Like you're saying with that old man, it's been a dream of his to score. So yes, I've scored my first film, but because of constraints around the project itself, I couldn't really do the best thing I could possibly do, because obviously they didn't have budget and time, and you know, so there's a lot of constraints around it. But now, like, this gives me, because I'm feeling like I can learn so much from other people's experience, and I'm really loving the community around these people that are doing this course. And like you read the comments when somebody posts their piece of music, and you read the comments. It's not nonsense YouTube comments. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
It's like people who actually like, no, you should have done this, and maybe when
It's industry people.
like, it's like people like who actually know what they're talking about,
Yeah.
and it's like, oh, that makes sense. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's constructive.
But you know what they say? If you do something you love, you'll never work a day in your life. And that's what it's going to be like, you know, when it kicks off. We don't work a day in our lives anyway, so I don't
I'll tell you something. I won't say who because I don't want to snitch. So after we did our interview yesterday, one of the people came to me and she's like, you guys are like the most fun adults I've ever met. Like, I meet a lot of adults and they're always stuck up and grumpy, and you guys are like you guys are like such cool adults. I want to be an adult like you when I grow up. I was just like, well, it's because we're young at heart. We don't really want to grow up.
What are you talking about? I'm young. Chronologically, I'm young.
But I felt like when I heard that, I was just like, that's really nice to hear.
Yes.
That's like, so like being grown has not like broken us.
You know, the thing is, like, when we spoke about studying at the beginning of this year, I wanted to study something else, something that I always wanted to do, but just never got a chance to do because I went and studied law and wasted my time.
You know, every time you say that, I'm sure your mother's like
cringing. Only when you study it do you understand how useless it is. Every time I hear, I'm not going to say it. I'm not going to say it. It's a heart wrenching for me to even think about it. Like,
waste of your time.
but and I was remember I contacted the university and I was getting myself registered. But then I realized that, you know what? We have an entire aspect within our business that we're not offering, and we can offer it, and we can make money. So guess what I did?
Do that. More do that. Do that.
You know, and I'm enjoying it. You know why? Because at the end of it, I know that we're going to be able to implement it, and I can't wait to finish it, because then it's not about speaking just on the surface of things. Now we can actually go, right, this is why we're doing what we're doing, you know? And that was really cool. So whether you think that you're doing scoring because you think that you like it, we can make money of it.
And it's, look, I really like, I listened to probably about an hour of pieces from other. These are not like super. This is not Hans Zimmer.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? These are just guys who did the course.
Yeah.
And I'm listening to these pieces and I'm just like, you learned that on this course?
Yeah.
This sounds like the Harry Potter theme. Like, what the dude? You learned that? Okay. Here's the thing, right? The thing that really captured me was that they are using tools that are accessible to everyone.
Yeah.
Inexpensive tools that are accessible to all of us.
Yeah.
And that was what made me feel like this is worth it. Because if all these laymen can now start creating this kind of stuff, after I was like, I need to go see what this is about.
Exactly.
Yeah. So the nice thing about the course I'm doing, they actually let you do like a shorter version of it that is completely free.
Oh.
So you can see if you like their style of teaching and if it's worth your time and whatever the case is. So obviously the more in-depth courses I think are probably more difficult, which is good because I remember I did try to do this a couple of years ago, but it was just on YouTube. There wasn't a formal course at the time.
Yeah.
And the music theory this guy was talking about, I was like, yo, bro, like I stopped at like grade 4 or 5. I don't know. I don't know what you're talking about. It's like I know it in theory, but the way you describe it, it made me feel stupid.
Yeah, no. So if ever you have a choice between taking 10 friends out to dinner and choosing to educate yourself, I would always go with the latter.
Educate yourself.
Educate yourself, because by the time you finish with that, instead of 10 friends, you can take 50 friends. And even then, don't waste your money.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'll take you for lunch. Ciao, bye.